apologize for those who heard last week's episode. I now realize, I found out a couple days ago, that for some reason the audio file I added to the end of that episode did not save. So you got to the end of the episode thinking that you were going to get to listen to one of the audios from my positive pregnancy program, and it wasn't there. So I apologize for that. I don't know how that happened. It actually was a miracle that I kind of found out that it had happened, and I'm grateful to fix that problem for you today and give you that audio. And I apologize for that. Sometimes technology in my brain and working technology in my brain don't mesh very well. I'm a mom, but I have a message to share. I have a message and a passion to share with you how changing my mindset during pregnancy helped pregnancy to go a lot more smooth. It helped me to get out of some of the negative downward thought spirals that I was prone to, the self-pity and the selfishness. And I want to share what I learned with you. I do that through this podcast, but I also have positivity that you can put in your pocket. And that program is called the Positivity in Pregnancy, or the Positive Pregnancy Program. I have too many P's in my podcast title because the podcast is called Positivity in Pregnancy. But if you want extra help, I've got that Positive Pregnancy Program, which is positivity in your pocket. It's like taking these episodes, condensing them down into 1 or 2 minutes, and having it available for you to listen to or watch whenever you are feeling down. I give you the mindset tools and the exercises to walk you through exactly what will be needed to help lift your brain out of that self-pity and feeling down and discouraged when you are just miserable in pregnancy. As you do those videos with consistency, even as you implement what you hear on this podcast with consistency, I know that you will see results. You will find more sacred beauty in pregnancy and less loathing hatred, which is what I used to feel, but these exercises really do help. So it's really important for mama, for husband, for baby, and for children in the home, for mom to take care of her mental health during pregnancy. And one way you do that is through intentionally choosing the thoughts that you think about pregnancy. My first pregnancy was a rough one. And it terrified me for all my other pregnancies. He came 9 weeks early, and I, after that, was really paranoid about pregnancy, and I hated the sick phase to begin with. And so all of these negative thoughts I started collecting into like a mind bank. I had like my own negative mind bank of thoughts I felt during pregnancy. And maybe you've had circumstances or sicknesses or things you've had to deal with during pregnancy where you've collected your own negative thoughts and you're making your own bank of negative thoughts surrounding pregnancy. But God doesn't want us to keep that bank. He doesn't want us to keep that bank of negative thoughts. He wants you to be a happy, healthy, thriving pregnant woman. He wants you to be the woman and the mother that you dreamed of being, and of raising his children the way that you have felt that you can, because you are you. And because you are unique, and you are going to do for your children what no one else can do. And it's amazing, but if we can't be pregnant because our negativity bank is so big that it discourages us from being pregnant, then we're not fulfilling that role. We're not doing what we want. So what we want to do in this podcast is to start dwindling the negativity bank and replacing it with a positive bank. Now, I'm not saying you have to do pregnancies right away, back to back. You'll know when you're supposed to be pregnant. And I imagine if you're listening to this episode, because it's my Tuesday pregnancy episode, you are pregnant. And what a gift it is to be pregnant. So during this pregnancy, let's replace the negative thought bank with positive thoughts. Positive thoughts that you can choose to believe. I am going to give you an example of some ways to shift those thoughts through a sneak peek into the Positive Pregnancy Program. Now, I meant to do this last week, and because, like I mentioned before, of the technical issues, it didn't save. And so we're going to do that again. But this will give you a little inkling of the things you can start thinking every day to help you in this pregnancy replace those negative thoughts with the positive ones. Mama, you are amazing, and you are doing amazing things in growing this baby. Give yourself grace, be okay with letting some things slide, and choose to find happiness. You can do this. I know that because if I can do it, anybody can do it. I think I was the biggest hater of pregnancy there was. But I have now had 4 babies and a miscarriage, and I feel like pregnancy is a sacred honor and a privilege. So here is a sneak peek into what the Positive Pregnancy Program is like. Before I give that to you though, that program is made up of 22 core videos, but I'm adding so that by the time I'm done adding videos, it will be around 42 videos, so that you can have the option to listen to or play the ones that resonate more with you, the mindset exercises that help you best. There's a lot of variety that can help you through this tough season of motherhood. Let's do this together. Different seasons of life bring different things to deal with and cope with. The season of pregnancy can be particularly difficult. If you are watching this, I imagine that pregnancy has been hard for you, but you desire to find better thoughts around it. You desire to feel like a woman that has that pregnancy glow. Part of allowing yourself to embrace that will be to give yourself grace. If you have or have set the expectation that you will be able to do everything the same during pregnancy as you do in non-pregnant seasons, you will likely set yourself up to be greatly disappointed, annoyed, and frustrated. Pregnancy is a season where we need to learn to give ourselves grace. What does that even mean? To give ourselves grace during pregnancy? Let me give you a few examples. In a normal season of life, you would likely serve meals on your real kitchen plates. It would not be hard for you to clean these plates or to run them through the dishwasher. But during pregnancy, maybe you have resorted to using paper plates for ease of use and not having to clean extra and smelly dishes. Give yourself grace that you are using paper plates. Don't beat yourself up over it. Let's move on to another example. Maybe you normally pride yourself in not needing naps and being able to wake up decently early and not having to rest during the day. During pregnancy, however, you find it necessary to sleep in longer, to take naps, and even to go to bed earlier sometimes. Give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up that you need extra rest. Your body is growing another human, an incredible miracle. Let's talk about one more example. Your housework isn't always perfect. In fact, it's far from perfect. But it's a heck of a lot better when you're not pregnant. During pregnancy, housework piles up. Toys stay scattered longer. Dust sets thicker. And things pile up. Give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up that your house is not where you would like it. Recognize that during pregnancy, things look different. Things will feel like they are falling apart. But as you give yourself grace and realize that this is just a season, as you intentionally choose not to beat yourself up over things that get neglected, it will be easier to find positive thoughts surrounding pregnancy. But if you stay in disappointment and discouragement, you will find it harder to shift your thoughts around pregnancy. Give yourself grace and be okay with letting some things go for this season. It will serve your mind and pregnancy so much better if you choose to not live in guilt. I give you permission to be okay with it, with giving yourself grace. Look for other areas or for things in your life that you might need to give yourself grace, and do it.